Wake up. Wake up. It's your birthday. Morning, son. How are you?
Well, Dad, it certainly feels weird to be able to finally, legally drive a car and own one.
Well, son, you see, we might have something for you downstairs, if you want to follow me.
Oh my god, this car... wow.
Don't worry, son. Let's take it out for a ride now.
I have driven a car before, obviously I have. Never driven an automatic. Just let me drive, it's my car.
Ah, here we go. Right, son, I put in a lot of money on this car. So the 0 to 60 is 1.9 seconds. You know they never lie
Dad,
about that, right?
Just drive it already.
Well, son,
What the hell did you just buy me? Ugh.
Did this happen in your roleplay? You wished that your car wouldn't just randomly slow down? Well, here we have a solution.
Boycott the game. Speed limits, they make sense in a game where you drive around, but BLOXBURG is not one of those games. My point being, BLOXBURG only has cars to go from A to B, and nothing more. This is absolutely fine, but it just makes me question why they then added a speed limit that slows down these already lame cars to a crawl. And furthermore, one of the big issues is, now with these slow-ass cars, we have a huge-ass map. And, well, those things don't go together too well. But 200%, I must admit, the new road system is so much better than the old. I can't even begin to say how bad the old one was. This is such an improvement. But for me, this is where most of the positives end. The new map looks really good at a glance, but when we look at the finer details, we can either see that they don't exist, or they're just plain weird. The LODing is very, very bad. It's very, very extreme, and you can notice it. Every single time you drive, every single walk you go on, every single time you look into the distance, it's obvious. I 100% agree that this game can be taxing at times, but you have to be on a very bad device for it to be taxing, or have a massive house. I don't think making the trees look like lollipops melting is really gonna help us. But if you really want to just please everyone in this situation, you may as well just make a setting that allows you to turn this off or make it less extreme. Because I do agree, we need LODs in games, but this map is not that detailed. But when you're standing still, does that mean that these LODs allow for a very detailed area? No, not at all. In fact, look at this. Basically all the plants on the map are of like 3 varieties. Ugh, and they're all placed so randomly and weirdly, but they're all also the same size. It's just weird. And furthermore, these plants are just glitchy as hell. Because of the LOD issue, they seem to want to increase performance by just making these plants completely disappear, which means some players don't even see the full extent of the map at all, and then they start phasing through rocks on players' screens who can see them. But honestly, more importantly, I think we need to talk about the grass texture. It's so low res, it's ridiculous. But what about probably the most controversial change yet, the new UI? While I'm sure many would agree a phone in BLOXBURG is a good idea, it's just executed weirdly. Each menu has a different theme to the rest, and it's just strange. It feels unnecessary, it doesn't bring anything new to the table, and it feels like everything takes more clicks. Personally, I believe the phone should be in the game, but to text people or make a party or navigate around the map in your car, I think that makes sense. Not this, not transporting every single piece of game UI to this phone, no, because it is just so ridiculously slow, confusing, and it doesn't really fit BLOXBURG in my opinion. I don't know, I think this update's pretty mid. But potentially the most obvious change in the recent years of BLOXBURG is the servers. They're so dead, you never see any roleplay anymore. So how can we actually fix this? I I think one of the better ways of fixing this is by having dedicated servers for building and roleplaying. And no, I don't mean neighborhoods, I mean actual servers. When you join the game, it prompts you, do you want to roleplay or do you want to build? I believe if we did this, then it would basically fix the issue. Of course, there would still be some people building in the roleplay servers, but the game could add a reminder when you go into build mode, hey, this is a roleplay server, why are you in build? So, what did they actually do this update that deserves some praise? A couple of things, and I want to highlight them here. The bus stops now allow you to go around the map without a car, which is pretty realistic to real life. In a lot of cities, people just don't have cars and they just go around on the bus. Furthermore, I think I just enjoy the fact that now there's bikes around the map, and scooters. And finally, I do enjoy the fact that the map is way bigger. It makes my big plots look normal, but we now have the problem that our small plots look absolutely minuscule.